Hello friends, good morning, good evening. Welcome back to the channel SK Codify. And in this series of video, we are going to talk about the coding conventions in Java. Okay, every programming language has their own coding conventions. So particularly today we will be talking about Java. So friends, this video is just not going to be about theoretical part. We are also going to see the things in practical, so that we can connect better. Okay, and for that purpose I have created a sample project called code conventions, and we will go through this code. We will try to write something, we will try to see everything practically. Okay. Okay. Before starting with that topic, friends, I would like to uh, mention something is that this video, due this is a huge topic, so it is not possible to cover everything in one go. So I will try to create multiple videos. But one thing that I want is compiling all the information in one single video. So you are also going to see one video which is having all the information in that. Okay. And the second thing is that I would like to say, uh, obviously there would be chances where I can make mistake. Okay. So if you have idea that where I made mistake, please do comment, and I will also definitely check that if I have made any mistake, I will correct that. Okay, so I would request you to stay focus on. Okay, so because if I have made any mistake, I will definitely try to correct it. Okay, and the third thing is that, yeah, the important thing is that we are going to cover this video or this topic by taking the reference from the coding conventions which was launched by Sun Microsystem in 1997. Okay, Java was released in January 1996, and this coding convention PDF, I mean, the document was released in September 1997. Um, one more thing I would like to mention here before starting and going to the topic and flow. Uh, as I said, the coding convention was launched in 1997. Okay, so and we are today talking in 2023. So the programming language is not a new thing to the world. Okay, everybody knows about the coding. I mean, if not coding, then even though who is not a programmer, they know something about code or knows something about programming. Okay. So uh, so even without referring to coding conventions document, we are quite comfortable, we are quite familiar with the coding conventions rule. Knowingly unknowingly we are following that, but there are so many things that maybe we are missing as a developer. If we are, if you are a student or already working professional, you are going to be benefited from this video. Okay, so I would say, yeah, let's start and stay focused. Okay. So the first thing is, what is coding convention and why we should have it? Okay. So coding conventions is a set of rules, a set of guidelines, uh, to a particular programming language. This phrase, this paragraph, I taken from the Wikipedia. Okay. So basically, the coding conventions are the set of guidelines for a specific programming language. Okay, you might see a different uh, uh, set of rules for Python, .NET, JavaScript, Java, slightly different, but you would also see common things in that. Okay, so okay, so it's a programming style, best practices, and methods. Here method means the way, uh, for each aspect of program written in the language. Okay, how to write basically. The conventions usually cover file organization, indentation, comments, declaration statements, white space, naming conventions, programming practices like, uh, maintaining that if else conditions. Okay, if the lines are getting longer, how to manage that. Okay, uh, some thumb rule about the programming and architecture best practices. Okay, these are the guidelines of software structural quality. See, why the coding conventions is important is to the important thing is to maintaining the software. See, software writing software is not a simple thing, it's a complex thing. Further, maintaining the software is more complex thing. Why? Because the person who has written the particular code, is there is a greater chance that that particular person is not going to maintain that. I mean, there will be different person working with that code, changing in that code. It is said like, 40 to 80% of time of a software life goes into the maintenance. Okay, so it's a huge cost to company. So if a software is, not written well, then definitely that software will definitely cost lot of maintenance cost. Yes, and also, if the programming, if the source code followed the certain guidelines, okay, certain guidelines, these coding conventions, that will also increase the life of software. Okay, if something is made maintainable, something is maintainable, that can live longer. Okay, and the second thing is that coding conventions does not only make cost efficient to the company, but it also makes the developer life easier. Okay, obviously obviously as a one developer you write the code, but at the same time we read the code also written by someone else. Okay, so I am sure if you are working professional, you might have came through the situation where you might have said, "Oh my God, who has written this?" Okay, so that is the thing about the coding conventions. What the coding convention is, and uh, uh, why we should follow it. Okay. One more thing is that coding conventions means this is a set of rules, guidelines, which is not forced by compiler. Okay, this is checked. This is uh, maintained by human means there are certain code review system, code review process in the software development. Okay, where your peer or some assigned code reviewer will review our code. Although there are uh, some tools are available there, something like check style, that give you um, that actually give you an idea like where you are making a mistake. But that is not going to help you completely. That can help you few things like, uh, this particular uh, this particular conditions is not correct, this is complex, uh, we can simplify that, or the line is too longer, or the variable names is, there are tools available like, sonar, which is going to help you in following the best practices. But still there would be situation where they are not particularly fit, and that can be, taken care by the in the review process. Okay, so that's about the theoretical portion. Okay, so now let's start. So we, as I said, we are referring this document, Java coding conventions. Okay, and in Java language, the credit goes to these team uh, who created this coding conventions. That is Peter King, Patrick Norton, Mike Dimoni, Johnny Canreva, Kathy Walrath, and Scott Hommel. I think if you are an experienced programmer, you might have heard about this name, uh, Patrick Norton. This is the guy who have written that. I think this book, Complete Reference. Okay, Java Complete Reference. So this is the team who created this guideline, and as this document is quite old, and by the time it's more than 20 years, around 25 years. So by this time industry has evolved and identified more guidelines. Okay, definitely. So I'll try to make another video on. I will try to compile all those information and make another video uh, to make this topic extended or complete. Okay,